Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome back to that ROD pod. For those that don't know, I am him, the Honorable Jones, not a Bantu or a Jew, but an El Kebulan representative, ready for us to go get our ish back. You heard me. Mm-hmm. You know what today is? TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, right? Thank whatever God you pray to. I know you guys is thanking them that it's Friday. But we here, we live. I want to welcome you guys. We got to have a conversation, man. But you know, before we do that, we want to give thanks and honor to the ancestors, to the creators. We want to give thanks and honor to the fallen deities, the Oguns, the Oshays, and every other African deity that we used to call on before the invasion. We want to give thanks and honor to that. You feel me? But we live today, guys. We here, we awoken, and we got to talk about the foolishness that's been going on for the last couple of days. So, for those that don't know, the other day, Floyd Mayweather, a boxer, came on some platform dressed down with a satanic robe, and he basically pledged his allegiance to the very group of people that we all know historically is causing chaos all around the world. And not only did he come on that platform, he let it be known that he's standing with them no matter what's going on. Now, not just him, Kanye West as well. Now, Kanye, I don't know about Kanye, man. Kanye came on these platforms, literally ostracizing these people, calling them this, saying that, saying et cetera, to now holding hands with you know who, talking you know what, aimed at you know who. Now, when I seen that, you know, instantly gave me an understanding of where these people stand. And I had to come on this live and talk to the people and let you guys know where they stand. And the fact, not only I'm from Brooklyn, pimpin', and not only am I here to tell you where they stand, I want to inform you that all these people are on this type of time. And anybody that's in a state of denial, right? Anybody that's in a state of denial, or it is, you know the saying goes, you don't bite the hands that feed you. Paid agents. And what I mean by paid agents, these individuals are working hand in hand with the people that's literally doing the damage to not just black people, but all of humanity. And it's time for brothers and sisters to not only wake up, but it's time for brothers and sisters to stop supporting. These people cannot get where they at unless you invest your time into them. Unless you invest your time, your money, your hard-earned money, shit that you can't get back. Time that you can't get back. And it's time for us to start taking things back, right? They say money talks. We all have money. It doesn't matter, you know, who is in a different bracket. Your money is your money, right? And your money speaks. And when the money comes together collectively, it becomes even more powerful. For example, the black and brown community have $2.7 trillion of spending power. If there's $2.7 trillion of spending power, there's no way on God's green earth should anybody be in a state of dependency on EBTs. But that's another topic in itself. That's a topic in itself. But for us, knowing that we have this power, it's time for us to really stop investing and wasting our time to people that we know has sold us out, to individuals that will do anything for a buck, even if it means dropping bombs on children, even if it means dropping bombs on children, even if it means dropping bombs on the children. That's what that meant. That's what Floyd Mayweather meant when he said, "I stand with you guys no matter what's going on. Good, wrong, or in between, I stand with you guys. So I'm going to stand with you, even if it means the unaliving of children. Even if it means the experiments that's being done in America on children, I stand with you." And with that being said, it is time for us to leave these people alone. With that being said, it is time for us to leave these people alone. It is time for us to start really focusing on the shit that matters. For me, listen, when it comes to talent-wise, the man is phenomenal. He is God tier. To me, him, Andre Ward, and Terrence Crawford, these are the God tiers to me when it comes to boxing, because they mastered the science. They figure it out. They took what the forefathers laid out and they took it, they ran with it, and they excelled to the highest level. So for that, I honor that. But in reality, outside of that, these people are a dub. Floyd Mayweather is a dub. And to be honest, all these celebrities are a dub. Jay-Z, dub. P. Diddy, dub. P. Diddy's in the circumstances because he thought he had the power to fight the machine, and they had to give him a reminder. He thought, because of his name, because of his connections, because of him having, a phone call to Eric Adams, a phone call to Barack Obama, he really thought he was strong. They had to give him a reminder. You see, what you guys don't understand is when you pay attention to everything that's going on around us, you will see that it's a particular group of people that's doing everything. And there's the same particular group of people is also buying everything. They're taking everything away from you. And what is that they're taking? Your freedom, your liberty. And you guys can say whatever you want. That's not true. That's not going to happen. You will see. You will see in the next 10 years. You will see in the next 15 years. I see it going on right now in my community. I'm seeing all these new high rises that's being built. It's not being built by us. It's not being owned by us. Every month, it's a particular group of people that's coming to pick up their check. Every month is a particular group of people that pulls up in an all-black Denali, all-black Cadillac. They're always driving something black, Cadillac, Escalade, and they come pick up what they want. You guys know this. You guys know that. We guys know what 9/11 was about. You guys know this. You guys know what's going on in Africa with the cause of that. You guys know this. You guys know who was pushing these mandates. You guys know this. And then you guys also know that these are the same people that's watching your every movement. These are the same people that own your social media platforms, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. You guys know this. These are the same people that owns Google. Google got a $450 million lawsuit right now as we speak. You guys know this. You guys know this. And for those that don't know, there's a particular group of people, when you go look up Google Maps and you put in an address, it's a particular group of people whose address never appears on Google Maps. Of course. The fact that I'm not even allowed to say who they are lets you know who's running the show. The fact that I'm not allowed to say who they are lets you know who's running the show. These are the individuals who sit back and watch their creation explode right before the world. This gangster music, who you think is funding that? These Tyler Perry niggas, who you think is funding that? Let me turn here and see if I can get somewhere quicker. Who you think is funding that? All of this mayhem that you guys are witnessing all throughout the world, who you think is funding that? The Black Boule is being operated by somebody. The Black Boule is also being funded by the same people we're talking about. Everything has to go through them. They are the green lighters, right? They're the ones that say, nope, we're not doing that. Yes, we are doing that. They are the ones. Wake up, man. They are the ones. They are the ones. The Black Boule has absolutely nothing over the Mason Halls, the White Knights, if I'm saying it correctly, have absolutely nothing against them on their level. They are the ones. They are the ones that will literally shut you down. No matter how powerful you are, you can never go on a platform. You can never go on a platform and disrespect them without a penalty. Kanye West was a millionaire, was a billionaire, and within 48 hours, that man went from having $1 billion to just having 200 million. This is facts, guys. Should have never turned, man. They still doing construction over here. Yeah. And you guys know this. They are the ones that own every store that you need to survive. Your Targets, your Walmarts, your Wally Worlds, your Wally Wallas, all the other stores that you could ever imagine. They are the ones that control it. Oh, they are the ones that also own the Federal Reserve. So basically, they are the ones that tell you if you're getting money today. They are the ones that cut your check. They are the ones that put you in debt. They are the ones that can throw you in jail. They are the ones that sit behind the desk and tell you, hey, yeah, you got to do such and such. They are the ones that control ACS. They are the ones that control CPS. Yeah, they control it all. And they also control these people that we consider our own. They are the ones that control the very people we call our own, the very people that we look up to, whether it's Michael Jordan, whether it's Kobe Bryant. Some of you guys don't even know why Kobe was removed. Oh yeah, listen, if we're going to talk about it, let's talk about it 100, you heard? They are the ones that created the term conspiracy theory. Oh, you didn't know that? Oh. Look Look up when the word conspiracy theory was first acknowledged into the world. Look up when the word conspiracy theory was acknowledged right to the world. Look it up. I don't me personally. Listen, me personally, I don't know where these people come from, bro. I don't know where they come from, bro. Because they don't fit the image of the average European. They just don't. And I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just keeping it 3.5. They don't fit that. They don't fit the image of the average. You know what? They just don't. I don't know. I'm not here for that. When their ancestors decide to reveal that to me, that's when it's going to be. But at this particular moment, I don't know. I can't control. You know, what's the man? David Spikes? Is that his name? I don't know if that's his name. David Ikes or something like that. I don't know if that's his name. But in reality, guys, I don't know. I don't know. You know, we hear a lot of conversation about the reptilians, and I don't dive into stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't dive into stuff like that, because when you go down that rabbit hole, it takes you away from what's really going on. It takes away, you start feeling like, you know what I'm saying, like you in a Star Wars movie. I don't even like Star Wars. I never watched that. I thought that joint was trash. I was never invested into that. No disrespect to those that like stuff like that. I was not into Star Trek. I was none of these things. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that's pertaining into space, I don't give my time and energy to, because I'm not gonna be in nobody's space. I'm not gonna be in nobody's galactic universe and seeing all that. Like but for those that is in deep to it, that has the information, the knowledge, and the proof, shout out to you. But I only deal with what I can see. What affects me in real time, like right now on this surface, on this land. And it's time for brothers and sisters to not just start to expose these individuals, not just to expose these individuals, but also let people know that even our very own has been compromised. Our very own. I want you guys to think about this. I'm about to go to Marcy Projects right now. I'm about to go where Jay-Z grew up at. I'm about to go into his territory right now. This man, Jay-Z, has $1 billion. And not one time that any of that money goes to reconstructing the community, giving the community back to the people. Not one time. You see, you guys don't understand. You guys thinking that these celebrities is sitting on millions and billions of dollars. They are not. They put these numbers up for you, so you can look up to them and you can worship them. That's the agreement that they made with these people. I will make you like a god to these guys. This is what people like Future be saying. Rapper like Future will be like, I am a god on this earth. But even Future got to answer to somebody. Even Future got to answer to somebody. These are the things that brothers and sisters are not aware of and not paying attention to. But it's time for brothers and sisters to start paying attention. Start realizing, like, damn, son, what we seeing on TV is really not our mentality. Somebody's putting us in this state of mind. Somebody's putting us in this state of mind. Somebody is turning black people against black people. Somebody's turning black men against black women. Somebody created the KKK. Somebody funded the KKK. Somebody's teaching black people and white people that it is wars on sight. Somebody's teaching you this behavior. Nobody is born with it. Everything that surrounds you is taught behavior. You thinking that I'm Get a child that is just crawling. Get a child that cannot speak. Get a child and put them in a sandbox. Put them in a sandbox and see how they interact with each other. See how they don't even see this person in a different color. They just see another child. But as that child gets older, as that child gets older, as the predicted programming gets put into place, you're going to start seeing everybody start changing shifts. You're going to start seeing that. And we're seeing that right now. But while we're seeing that, we're not paying attention to the individuals who programming brothers and sisters to be like that. I don't follow Allah. I don't follow any Abrahamic, Luciferian, satanic, barbaric religion. Okay? I don't subscribe to that. I don't support it. I don't teach it. In fact, I go totally against it. You will never see me get on my knees praying to no Allah. Allah used to be called Allah. You should do your homework. Before it was Allah, it was a female deity. That's why that cube that you guys walk around every single time, the little centerpiece is the image of a vagina, because that was a worship unto a female. But they got you guys doing homophobic nonsense. We don't follow Abrahamic religions over here, nor do we teach it. You would never see me come on here and say, hey, follow Abraham. All praises be to Allah, Yahweh, Yahoo, Cuckoo, the poo-poos and the doo-doos. We don't do none of that. Not over here. Not anymore. Because look at all this religion on this earth, bro. And look how mentally, physically, spiritually we destroyed as people. There's not a single person out right now that's happy. We think happiness comes through material. We think happiness comes through material. No, happiness comes through freedom. Let me educate these fools, man. You think happiness comes through material. Happiness comes through freedom. What I mean by freedom, freedom to go wherever you want. Freedom to travel. Freedom to, you build yourself a boat. You don't have to pay taxes. That's your boat. You can travel. You can go from A to B. When you watch these movies like Troy and et cetera, what was the best thing that they was able to do? Was able to travel freely, do whatever they please, as long as you don't go into a civilization and you don't violate, you don't go out there to go kill, you don't go out there to destroy. You're able to do as you please. Facts. But guess what? These people programmed you, have turned the so-called average American to consumeristic people. We have become so consumerized that everything that you want, you'll wake up in the morning knowing that you don't need what you need, but you're going to go buy it because you've been programmed to, I need to have it. We're programmed to need to have 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 pairs of sneakers. I'm affected behind that. Because we have been programmed to do that. You have been programmed to do that. And the ones that's teaching you this nonsense, they only keep one pair of shoes. They only keep one pair of shoes, guys. Now, how you like those apples? It's nasty, right? I know. You have been programmed to be in this condition. You have been programmed to be in this state of mind. You have been programmed. You have been programmed to become a consumeristic person. You will have a car that's perfectly fine. But because you want to keep up with the Joneses, now you want to be in a bigger car, even if it comes with you having to be in debt for the next 15, 20 years. You would do that because it's all about an appearance for you, because you have become a consumer. Anybody that's a consumer will always be able to be controlled. This is why we're controlled. This is why they're doing what they're doing in the hood. This is why they're doing what they're doing in the communities. It doesn't matter if you're in the black community, white community, Chinese community, they have complete control. And guess what? Guess what? When you fed up, you're not going to knuckle up. You're not going to go kick in the door, raising the 4-4. You're going to protest, you're going to march, and you're going to beg. You're going to wait. You're going to thug it out for 4 years and wait for another individual sell you the same bullshit lie, same bullshit story. You're going to wait for that. And then when that 4 year comes and the next person comes, you're going to find out like, damn, son, these niggas really didn't do nothing. These niggas really didn't do what they said they was going to do. And if they do anything, is anything to just keep you quiet temporarily. You're never gonna get a long-term solution. Just like going into the hospital. Oh, speaking of hospital, who runs that? Oh yeah. Speaking of the hospitals, who runs that? Speaking of the factories, who runs that? Speaking of the medications, who run that? You guys still don't see it? Yeah, I know. You see, according to your book, it says, he that got eyes to see, let him see, ears to hear, let him hear. Even though we know that was taken from the African proverbs, but that's another topic in itself, right? Only a wise man can see what's going on. Only a fool will operate like nothing is wrong. Only a wise man will be able to see what's going on. Only a fool will operate like nothing is going on. And guess what? The mass majority of us has become fools. You know why you have become a fool? Because you guys carry a device that allows you to be dumb. Because that device is your runaway when shit get real and you need something smart. That's why they call the phones the smartphone. I know. I know. This is why we are in these conditions. We're so lost in the source. We're so lost in the source that we don't even see that these people are selling us out. We don't even see that these people are purposely putting alcohol, drugs in our community. We don't even see that these corner stores that's selling us these drugs nowadays are the same people that was experimenting with the K2s. And we was buying these K2s and we was smoking these K2s, and every other K2 was laced with something, and you seen the outcome. I can take you to places out on Broadway, which I'm heading to right now, where it was known for lace K2s. We know that these people are putting fentanyl, literally dropping little drops of fentanyl in the frontals. I got a video where the man went into the store, bought the actual test packet, the test strips, came out positive, and the man went into the store like, yo, bro, you selling us this? The man apologized, said, yo, I'm sorry. Nigga, son was like, nah, son, you nigga, we gotta knuckle up. And the video just cut off. This is facts, guys. Nobody don't find it kind of suspicious that when you come into the hood, you will find 5 liquor stores, 5 corner stores, 7 fast food stores. And if you want to get anything healthy, you got to go out your region. If you want something healthy, you got to go into a community of people that don't look like you. You don't find that suspicious? You don't find it kind of strange that black people all of a sudden is the leader in all sicknesses and diseases? You don't find that strange? You don't find it strange that HIV/AIDS has become a skyrocket event against black and brown people? You find that strange? You don't find this strange? You guys are still sleeping, huh? You don't find this strange that when you go into a European community, you know, the farthest that they got for a liquor store is a bar. Yeah, yeah. You'll find one store, people, one store that sells wine and spirits. That's what they call it. In the hood, they call it straight up liquor store. Them, they call it wine and spirit. You don't find this suspicious. You don't find this suspicious that out of nowhere it became a phenomenon where you see a lot of people moving around with these walkers. My grandfather was 80 something years old and nobody ever offered him a walker. You don't find it kind of strange that these people are now in walkers. You don't find it kind of strange that we're in our 40s, 30s, even 20s, and now we're catching full-fledged cancer. You don't find it kind of strange. You don't find it strange that all of these places, all of a sudden is giving us fast food. Everywhere you go now, it's a new Chipotle being built. Everywhere you go now, it's a new halal store being built. I remember when halal food was only sold out of a truck. Now they got stores, they got franchises. You don't find that strange. You don't find that suspicious. You don't find that the things that we used to do is no longer fun anymore. The life that you used to live is no longer appreciative. You don't even appreciate life. Everybody wake up. You guys wake up in the AM and suddenly you guys be dreadful, angry, mad, disappointed. Don't even look forward to going to work. Don't even look forward to being outside. Some of you guys work to go home and want to sit down and just, man, I'm too tired. I just want to sit down and chill. You don't see it's a frequency that's going on. You guys ever heard of zoonism? Is when brothers and sisters feel like they're doing the same repetitive thing over and 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 over again. You don't find that? You don't find it strange that everybody's on that type of time? You don't find it strange that everybody has developed a habit on something, whether it's watching TV, whether it's just being lazy, whether it's drinking, whether it's smoking, whether it's fornicating, whether it's masturbating, whether it's something. You don't notice that everybody has picked up a habit? Nobody knows where this is coming from. Nobody knows who's controlling the frequency. I talk about these things all the time. You guys that's on this live, you guys are literally the supporters. You are the reason. You are the ones that's going to bring forth the facts. No more truth. We can't speak about truth when there's no truth into this earth, because everything is a lie. If everything was truth, if there was truth on this world right now in real time, we would not be this miserable. If there was truth in this world right now, we would not be this angry. If there was truth in this world right now, we would not be in the conditions that we are in, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. We would not be in this condition. But it's because when you surrounded by lies, remember, you ever heard the story lies, the web of lies? When you get caught up in the web, when you realize that you caught up in the web and you know that you get out, it makes you angry. It makes you mad, because now you know that you no longer have control. And that's what you see going on. Now, the question you got to ask yourself is, who is the ones in control? That's the question that you got to ask. Who are the ones in control? Because if you don't, listen, you don't even have control over your own children, people. You don't even have control over your own children, people. You don't notice that everywhere you go, everywhere you look, we find joy from a device, guys. We find joy from a device. That's why they gave you TikTok. Because by your miserable lives, by you're angry and disappointed, you get to watch somebody to either can relate to your misery, say the things that you're too afraid to say, or do the things that you're too afraid to do. So you find joy in that. You don't find it that in 2025, not a single black, brown, white, Chinese could stand up and fight the system. Here in America, the Constitution is designed to protect you from government tyranny. But the government been doing tyranny for how many years and nobody is doing nothing about it. Everybody's just sitting there, just smiling, going through it, begging, saying, please stop. Congested pricings. When that shit came out, I was wondering, I was like, yo, word? This is what they doing? Why nobody didn't just stop working? When they told you had to be medically situated in order for you to return back to work, why didn't everybody just stop working? Because the money still got to be produced. These people still got to have their cattle. They still got to have their goyim. They still got to have their substance. Why nobody? And I repeat, why nobody didn't do anything? You know why? Because you are on their frequency. They control you. They control everything about you. They tell you what you like. They tell you what to wear. I had a conversation with a sister and I said, once upon a time, we was the trendsetters. Now we are the trend watchers. Let me say that again. Once upon a time, we was the trendsetters. Now we are the trend watchers. We're watching to see what these people are telling you is fire. And everything that they tell you is fire is things that's going to benefit them. Why is black people wearing Louis Vuitton? Why is black people wearing Gucci? This is well-known homosexuals. Gucci and Louis was literally gay people clothing. Like literally was gay people clothing. They didn't even want us wearing their clothes once upon a time. Mm-hmm. School is part of it, my brother. School is part of the. Listen, let me tell you guys about this school system. For those that's here, I'm sure you guys know the quote that Rockefeller said, right? Let me tell you about the school system. The school system is literally a data to let them know who's going to be in jail, who's going to be a good slave, and who's going to be the problem. When you see how the jails is set up, when you see how the schools is set up, you can, if anybody that's been incarcerated, if I'm lying, please, got 1,000. If you look at the jail system and you look at the school system, you will see a high similarity, right? In jail, you're given a period to go outside, to play, right? In school, you're given a time period to go outside and play, right? In jail, you gotta conform, right? Follow rules and regulations, right? You have a library in jail. You also got a library in school. You guys all have to sit in the lunchroom to eat food. You can't just sit in your classroom and eat. No. You must sit down in the lunchroom and eat like everybody else. The school bus, the prison takes you from one prison to another in a white bus. The school takes you from one area to another area in a yellow bus. The schools now got school safeties who moves and operate like police. The prison system got the same thing. The prison has a warden. The school has a principal. The principal speaks to the board members. The prison does the same thing. And for every child that they see that's not fit the narrative, right? Oh, he's gonna be a problematic. Oh, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 of them. Okay, so we're gonna create 5 jails, 7 jails, and these 7 jails are gonna be the one that we're gonna use to hold these black and brown boys. They're coming for you guys. They're coming for the Europeans too. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you what you guys are not paying attention when it comes to the gentrification nonsense, right? Yeah, they bring it. Yeah. They want us to interact and intermingle and all that nonsense. But for the European mothers, understand that when you bring your child into a toxic environment, you're not going to be able to heal it and clean it up. Not now. Not with the frequency that we are in. This is not like in the 1950s where people stood on morals, principles, dignity, had pride. You understand? Had pride, had integrity. You're not living in those stages. You're living in a stage of complete chaos and confusion. And when you bring your child here, unless your child is going to a private school or being homeschooled, if your child is not going through that, I'm telling you guys this from now, your child will be affected. Your child will be smoking weed. Your child will be robbing stores. Your child will be doing the foolishness because his peers, these black boys, are his surroundings. And there's nothing you can do as a mother to protect that. Oh yeah. And these people know that. This is not not the day of old, guys. This is not the day of old. This is as real as it comes, people. If I was a billionaire, they would have took me out. I know for a fact that I would never be able to even see that type of money because they know that I would have been, we got to take them out. Because you think if I have money, you think I'm not going to fix my community? You think I'm not going to fix my hood? You think I'm not going to invest into my people? Yeah, you must not know who I am. You must not know who I am. Oh yeah. They know that. They know that. This is why they do what they do. They know that. Oh, I'm not even in the right place. They know that. These people know everything. They know who, let me tell you guys something. They know who to give the money to. Before you're even spoken to, they already know where you are psychologically. They only give the money to those that they know that can control. My biggest pet peeve, my whiz will tell you, is like, nah, Jones, that nigga don't follow no rules and regulations. This is facts. This is the reason why I left the social service field and I got to go back, because I can't follow rules and regulations. This is not even me being boasty. This is me telling you guys the facts. This is the facts. If I was a billionaire, they wouldn't even allow me to be a billionaire because my money would have went back to the hood. You think I had $1 billion? You think I had $1 billion and you think I would allow black people to be crying about food stamps? Yeah, you must not know who I am. I don't do this. I don't do this for show. I don't do this for play. I don't do this for attention. I don't do this for nothing other than stand up for what's right. Facts. This is facts. This is facts. They know who to give that money to. They would never just give you money. They would never give a man money knowing that he can use that money to reestablish the Black Wall Street. They would never give somebody money to reestablish the community, put guns into the community, put positive influence into the community. They would never give money to people like that. We got to stop being naive. We got to stop being naive. We got to stop being naive, guys. We have to stop being naive. You think the Freemasons didn't reach out to me? I got letters right now in my house, right now, where these people was telling me, yo, it was like, yo, we've been watching you for 7 years. I'll tell you guys this on my lives all the time. We've been watching you for 7 years. Not only did they send me a letter, they sent me a guy. The guy came on my Instagram, iced out, jewelry on, was like, yo, bro, you want to join Freemasonry, bro? I see what you're talking about. They told me to come reach out to you. You can have all of this, the cars, the this, et cetera, et cetera. He was like, come join. I said, yo, isn't the Freemasonry, dealing with the devil and stuff like that? He was like, nah, bro. He was like, nah. He was like, you ain't even got to worry about all that. He was like, yo, worry about your family, your children. I'm going to make sure that you're legit, you're good, and everybody's eating, everybody's this, everybody's that. I was like, oh, really? Look where I'm at right now. You think I took the offer? Like I said, I can't be with anything that's going to control me. You think I took the offer? You think I don't know one of the biggest Prince Hall Masons here in Brooklyn? You think I don't know him personally? His son made it to the NBA. You guys don't know what I know. You think I don't know? They told me they was watching me for 7 years. You know how many parties that they told me to go through? And it's not no sexual parties or nothing like that, but one of those festivals, one of those gatherings. You know how many invites I was received? They also sent me the email and say, yo, bro, check this out. They say, yo, bro, check this out. This is the last time I'm gonna send you this proposal. You're going to regret not getting what you got. You look at my subscribers, bro. I have over close to 140,000 subscribers, but my numbers don't add up. Why? Because they're the ones that's doing it. Every single person that you see on these platforms has given in to the system, bro. Hassan Campbell gave in to the system, bro. Anytime you're able to sit with the rappers, anytime you're able to sit with celebrities, these whack 100s and all of these niggas, that's the indication. Check, sold out. But the reason why they don't rock with him like that, because he's unstable. Because he's unstable. That's part of the reason. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. When you go on my Instagram, I got sisters like Shaka Khan. What's the other lady? I got Shaka Khan. What's the other lady? And they secretly be like, yo, keep up the work. And I shouldn't even have said her name. But they secretly tell me, yo, bro, keep up the good work. They tell me we need individuals like yourself. This is what I'm told by celebrities. This is what I'm told by celebrities. They are the ones that keep telling me, yo, be consistent. Come on these lives. But it's like, damn, I have a life. I have priorities. I have a 2-year-old. I have to take care of him. I have to make sure that I put things in place for him to be good. I have to pay the bills. My wife is a stay-home mom. This is for real, bro. These people know who they want, bro. When I was 13 years old, I got suspended from school. I had an in-school suspension. You know, when my mother came up to the school, you know what the principal told my mother? If I'm lying, I'm flying. This is on my father's grave. The principal told my mother, your son has a lot of power here. She was like, my mother was like, what you mean he has a lot of power? They said to my mother that he has the power to make people follow him. Mind you, I've never tried to make anybody, I never told anybody to do nothing. I always walked on my own beat. But it's because when you are put on this earth to do something and be something, your job, you understand? Your job and your light and your essence and your presence, no matter where you go, will always be viewed, will always be watched, will always be understood, especially those that is involved in the spiritual side of things. Especially those that's involved in the spiritual side of things. See, I never understood what he meant by that, but now that I'm older, it all makes sense. Trash. For YouTube Streets TV, you asked me that question, I'm gonna give you the honest answer. Trash. I'm letting you guys know. And you know, the thing that bothers me with that is, yeah, people still haven't awoken from what they did with you guys with Obama. This man is going to destroy New York City. I promise you. He said his main goal is to make New York a socialist society. Do you guys know what socialist society is? I'm going to tell you what socialist society is. Socialist society is when you are being controlled through social, right? Meaning that what you do to society, like the social credit score, that's what's coming to New York. You think what happened, you guys think what happened in Jamaica was a coincidence? These people knew exactly what they was doing, why they was doing it, and what's the purpose behind it. Look up Jamaica Smart City 2030. You know it only takes it only takes 4 or 5 years to build something. And if you invest billions of dollars, it might even get built even quicker. Do your homework. Do your homework. You want a socialist society. I think people here in America socialize pretty well. Why you need to make it a socialist society? I want you guys to think about that. I want you guys to meditate on that. You hate that. I hate it all. I hate anything and anyone. Absolutely. Smart cities is going to be controlled by America. Why? Listen, here in New York, they got congested pricing. You guys think congested pricing is to minimize the driving? No. They're programming you guys to accept regional driving, where you're not going to be able to drive outside your region. And if you want to leave your region, it's going to come with a fee. Once they get rid of the cash and everything goes digital, right? Because that's where we're heading. This is why Bitcoins and all of these digital coins is being invested into. They're doing it. The reason why it has not happened yet is because the old heads, the people that's still in Wall Street, the what's his name, Warren Buffett. These people are not internet savvy. They're not trying to learn that. So they gotta allow them to die off. This is no disrespect. They gotta allow them to die off. Then when the new generation, you see us, we're the ones that's going to become the older heads. We're the ones that know technology. We're the ones that know technology, know emails, know this. We are the 80s babies are the last of the Mohicans. We know everything. We are the pioneers to everything that you see. So we are got to be the old heads to promote it and push it the way that they want. So when the next generation come up, everything's gonna go digital. Right now in Switzerland, it's a cashless society. Everything is being bought off a chip off their head. You can look these things up. If you're thinking I'm lying, you can look these things up. Everybody is chipped up over there. Everybody's chipped up. They got us already programmed right now. You got your iPhone connected to your credit card or your debit card, where everything is just boop, boop, boop. Now, what happens when you don't have your phone no more? Boop, boop. There's some places, matter of fact, if I'm lying, I'm flying. I went to NYU. I went to the NYU in Williamsburg. The nigga came in there to do his annual, I guess his checkup or whatever. She's like, have you been here before? He was like, yeah. She was like, put your palm on the thing, on the device. The man put his palms on it. His entire information popped up. She was like, okay, gotcha. Take a seat. Somebody will see you shortly. I've seen that with my own two eyes. We're not talking about his greatness as a boxer, weirdo. Go sit your dumb ass somewhere. We're not talking about him being a boxer. We're talking about him selling out to the masses, clown. What the heck I'm mad about him being an elite fighter? If you was here earlier, you will understand that that's not what was said, clown. Heck you talking about? Matter of fact, you's a dub. Heck up on my live. And be these weirdo ass dudes trying to be tough. And if I seen you in real life, I promise you wouldn't be able to talk to me like that. I promise you wouldn't even be able to talk, period. Word. Get the heck up out of here. These weirdo ass dudes, man. These are weirdo ass dudes, man. These dudes be trying to be tough, man. Like, please, bro. Like, you know, like the internet has become a safe haven for weirdos. Like weirdos thinking that it's okay to just think that they could just talk to anybody. Listen, man. If you ain't grew up in the 90s where shit was real, where you had to stand up to and be around real killers and real gangsters, people that will the people that didn't need guns to prove that they was tough. I mean, people will really run up on you and beat the mess out of you. If you don't come from that, please sit down, bro. Sit down, bro. Like, stop. I'm not even here to promote that, but it's really starting to get sick and tired that you guys thinking that it's cool to try to be tough. Like, I don't even come here and try to be tough, bro. Don't come over here and talk your madness, bro. Your whole name is something bully. Like, what? Shut up, bro. Bully your son. Like, who you think? You gonna come over here and bully me? Where I come from, I was the one in school that put hands and feet on the bullies. I was the popular one that chilled with the nerds and stuff like that. Cause I saw everybody love. Every day, one day I'll be with the group of guys that's playing with the Yoji cards. My prime date, I took the girl that nobody wanted to take to the prom. She was chubby and all that. Beautiful sister. But she didn't fit the norm of society. They try to talk this fugaziness, man. Sit down somewhere, bro. Sit down. You guys need to sit down. This is what I mean. A lot of you guys are just miserable and mad at the world, and you want to take it out on anybody and any chance that you get. Some of you guys are just internet gangsters, bro. You're not tough in real life. You're not doing nothing in real life. Matter of fact, I'm about to go inside this building and go really do something. You know what I'm saying? Mad. These are the individuals that's mad. Anytime there's a message that, you know, that's going to enlighten, some of them be bots. Yes, some of them be agents. Some of them be trying to, you know, deteriorate the message. But as real individuals, we have to start putting these things and these individuals in check. We have to. Not every black person is going to run to a gun, bro. I'm not this generation. I don't come from that. I know I don't come from none of that. I don't live by the gun. So I'm not going to die by the bullet. I live by the honor, the code, the principles of humanity. That's why the ancestors protect me through this universe, bro. I walk everywhere. Come on, man. Run up on you real quick. You ain't gonna do nothing, bro. Posting Iron fans, you ain't gonna do nothing, bro. You was just a weirdo like everybody else. You ain't gonna do nothing. And anybody that's real, anybody that's tough, don't have to tell people what they're going to do. That's how I know you soft. That's how I know you soft, bro. You ain't gonna do nothing ever in life. You probably not gonna be nothing ever in life. It's already too early in the AM for you to be on this type of time. Facts. No, this universe is predatory and impersonal. I don't know about your universe. My universe protects me through it all. My universe protects me. My ancestors protect me. I didn't switch ships. I didn't switch sides. I stand on the moral grounds, the principles. I still represent my ancestors accordingly. I didn't switch sides, and I never will switch sides. That's just how we roll. That's how we roll. That's how I move, and that's how we're gonna stay moving. But yo, yes, 9:30. So on that note, guys, on that note, I'ma holler at y'all, man. Y'all be good. What's up? What you mean my skin? My skin is beautiful, pimpin'. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We hear you, tough guy. I'm shaking in my boots. I'm shaking in my boots. See y'all later, man. I will be on later on tonight. I'm about to implement a new segment. I'll tell you this Friday. I'll tell you this Friday. Scared of what? Stop ducking you for what? You's a weirdo, bro. Anyway, yeah. Let me remove this one too. Let me remove this one. Okay. No, that's not what we want to do. You want to put this man on timeout. You're on timeout for 24 hours. See you later, weirdo. Anyway, guys, it's your brother man from the motherland. Came to you guys live once again. Just pay attention. Be aware. Don't let these weirdos, deteriorate the message. And Mohammed, my bad, bro. He said, so what is your car? Why do you concern? What is my car? Yeah. Peace, guys.